Hi you guys, it's Angela Means. I'm head chef and owner of Jackfruit Cafe, and today I'm going to help you with your St. Valentine's Day meal. A meal for lovers. We're going to have a lentil loaf, a cauliflower new potato garlic mash, and for dessert, key lime pie bites with pomegranate syrup. Lentil loaf is it's a staple in the vegan community, and we can do all sorts of things with it once we have it made. And the good news about it is you can take this recipe and you can put your little flavor on it, if you will. You can put your own kind of spices in it. Once you have the basis of it, you'll be just fine with making it your flavor. So I like Caribbean spices. I love Caribbean. I love allspice. In fact, our only house-made sauce at Jackfruit Cafe is a jerk sauce, which is all Caribbean flavors with the allspice, the nutmegs, the cinnamon. Oh my God, it's so good. So that's the loaf that we're making today, and the glaze that we're making for it is a maple syrup ketchup curry glaze. Lentil loaf. 2.5 cups of cooked brown lentils, 2.5 cups of vegetable broth, 3 tablespoons flaxseed meal, 1/3 cup water, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 3 garlic cloves minced, 1 small onion diced, roasted red pepper diced, 1 carrot diced, 1 celery stalk diced, a cup of oats, a 1/2 cup of oat flour or any flour you prefer, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder, and if you like a little kick, put in a 1/2 teaspoon of chipotle, salt and pepper to your taste. Glaze. Do 3 tablespoons of ketchup, do 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, do 1 tablespoon of curry powder. So since it's a day of love, we don't want any tears, right? No tears on St. Valentine's Day, none whatsoever. So I'm gonna help you with that. I'm gonna show you how to cut an onion so you don't cry. How about that? No crying on I was gonna say Thanksgiving, but I always cry on Thanksgiving Day because I think about all those turkeys that lose their lives, and that's why mostly vegans are vegans for the animals. So when we do a non-crying cut on an onion, when you cut through that little knob right there, that's what makes you cry. It's like a skunk. This is what protects this onion. So it wants you to go away. If someone bites into that, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this isn't right, and you run away in nature. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut around it, right? And boom, and then perfect dice. Peel that out the way. We're gonna set these all aside, and you're gonna set this aside. You're never gonna cut through that. You're just gonna cut that off. So let's just go with the onion. Let's go how it wants to be cut. It's already got cuts in there. So let's just go with what God gave us. He's showing us everything. Cut, cut, cut. You're gonna follow the lines, and then you're just gonna come around. You're gonna turn it around like that. And then boom, 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 boom. Look at that, it's a perfectly diced onion. So that goes into our little mixture here. So then we're not gonna waste this. You're gonna just boom, cut that off, boom, cut that off, discard it. And then you can do the same thing with this. Boom, 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 boom. Just turn it, boom, 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 boom. All right. Who likes garlic? I love garlic. I put garlic in everything. I put garlic in my smoothies. I'm teasing. I don't put garlic in my smoothies. But I think that there is a smoothie with garlic and onion for your immune system. Put some dates in there. Why not? Look at that. So we're gonna mince. This is where you want your garlic. Right here. You want to mince it. Let's get some minced garlic in our mixture. All of our vegetables, we're going to chop them. We're going to get them all chopped up. Nature has given you your blueprint. You just follow the lines. And on all of this, listen, there's no rule how big you want your vegetables in your loaves, in your food. That you can have it as big as you want. You can have it as small as you want. I like a small mince on this particular loaf, but sometimes I like a big old chop. Like I like a big old chop of cooked onion in my mouth. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute everything. You're gonna saute everything and get a nice seasoned chopped vegetable inside your loaf before you put it on. Before you put it all together, you have to season it and saute it first. So I like to use the roasted red pepper. It just gives it like this savory, sweet, sort of. It's not pungent, but it's like this roasted bell pepper is like an oxymoron. It's like sweet and savory. So. But I like to roast it right into the vegetables that we're going to put into our loaf. And again, you want to get everything the same size, because when you're cooking it, when it's the same size, then it's all going to cook at the same time. Although some things do have different textures, some things are harder than other things, but all of these are pretty much right. All of your seasoning vegetables are pretty much going to be all the same texture. So cut them at the same size. So we have garlic, onion, roasted red pepper, and a carrot. Boom. So this carrot right here is all about self-love. It's hugging itself. So it doesn't have a date for Valentine's, but it's still all about that love. All about that love. All about that love on Valentine's Day. So we got our red board. And every single one of these dishes has something red in it, because red is the color of love. So we'll put some of our carrot in there, cut this little piece off. But you know what? I cook the green part, and I'll cook the stems, and there's so much nutrients in there. This isn't like a carrot, like an onion stub. This is a carrot stub. Carrot stubs are good for you. The more fiber, the better, I say. All right, so we're gonna make everything the same size, so it all cooks the same. Boom, look at that. That's the exact same size as the other ones. Boom. So we're gonna throw all of these together, right? You're gonna get a little bit of olive oil going. You're gonna put your seasonings in there, whatever seasonings you want. So in this one, I just put salt and pepper in this, and a little bit of a teeny bit of garlic salt. I like salt. I like flavor. I like to season. So there you go. That's what's gonna go in your loaf. Use the celery leaves. When you cook, I always cook these. When we do our collard greens, half the leaves are celery leaves. No, not half of them, because we chop them up. But there's so many nutrients in this. Don't discard your celery leaves. Celery hydrates your body, and that's what you need. You need hydration in your body. You're just all pipes and tubes, and that stuff's got to move through. So this is your lubricant. Cucumber, celery, onion, the water-based vegetables are gonna just move stuff through you, and that's when you get sick, when stuff gets stuck in you. So that's why you need the fiber, the leafy green stuff, and stuff that's gonna hydrate you, stuff that has water in it. This is all water. Celery, cucumbers, and onions, and all that, it's all water. So I'll clean this up a little bit, and we're going to make our flax egg. So we're going to get that sauteing. And so while your vegetables are sauteing, make your flaxseed egg. Woo! So, ground flaxseed. Believe it or not, this is vegan egg. This is how vegan egg starts. So, you've got your vegetables sauteing. You've got them all chopped. They're in your skillet with some nice olive oil. Olive oil is okay to cook on high heat. The extra virgin olive oil, it adds a little bit of flavor. It's, oh my God, I can't cook with anything else. I mean, grapeseed oil is good too. Grapeseed oil it's a bland flavor. It's not gonna mess with the flavors of your of whatever flavors you choose. It won't mess with it. So grapeseed oil is fine too. Any oil is fine, to tell you the honest to God's truth. All right, so our vegetables are sauteing, and we're gonna make a flaxseed egg. This is vegan. This is how vegan egg starts, with ground flaxseed. And we're just gonna add a little bit of water, and you're gonna slowly add your water, stir, and it's gonna turn into like this little ooey gooey little egg. So you get it all in there. See, it's a little egg. Set that aside. So there's a flaxseed egg. Haha, that always trips me out. Like, this is an egg. So it's gonna absorb some more, and it's gonna rise a little bit. So this recipe calls for a flaxseed egg. And there's your flaxseed egg. And you can use any sort of flaxseed, but it has to be ground or ground meal, they call it, flaxseed meal. All right, so our next step, we've got our lentils. You cook your lentils however you want to cook them. We cook them with a proprietary blend of spices, and they are oh my goodness, they're magnificent. So that's half of your flavoring, is how you flavor your lentils. So you can buy lentils already flavored. You can get the canned lentils, that's fine too. Or you can cook them in your favorite spices. Just make sure you add your onion, garlic should always be a part of it. And I always suggest, anytime you cook beans, always cook the vegetables that you're going to season first. You can saute them on the stove, or you can just boil them in whatever spices you use. This is our beans that we're going to turn into meat. This is vegan meat right here. And as you see, there's so many. We've already seasoned it. There's onions in there. There's garlic in there. You can throw some celery in there while you're spicing up your beans, but your beans have to be your beans. So you want to just while your vegetables are cooking, just want to use if you have one of these, that's amazing, good for you. If you don't, you can always put these in a food processor, or you can literally just use some good old-fashioned elbow muscle. What is that called? Elbow muscle, or well, we're gonna use this is called an immersion blender. I'm just gonna mash it. I like to leave some of them whole. So there's your mixture. This is your meat. And to help bind all of this together, we're going to use oats. And the oats give it a nice savory, help with that savory flavor. And oats are full of fiber. There's a good reason to eat oats every day. They're full of fiber and a couple of minerals that we need for our immune system. So I like to work everything in individually so it gets nice and moist. You're gonna work that in there, and then you're gonna use some oat flour. So you're gonna use the measurements. These are all pre-measured. You're gonna use the measurement. Work it in there. Get you some gloves. Get dirty. This is fun. This is the fun part. Look at that. It looks just like me. Look at that. Boom, boom. Work it. Work it, girl. Work it. Smack it around. Flip it. All right. See, look at that. That is that's meat. You can't tell me that's not meat. So now let's add our sauteed vegetables. Boom. We got our red pepper in here. We've got onions in here. We've got garlic in here. We've got celery in here. Got some salt and pepper. Got a little pop of some cumin. Work it, work it, work it. So we made this one, see? Made the vegetables a little bit bigger so we get a nice little bite. Look at that, see? It's turning into a meatloaf. Bam. This blows me away all the time, vegan cooking. How you can just take things that came out of nature and make something clean and compassionate. Like this is compassionate, clean food. I mean, this is food for lovers, literally. You want to eat something that's not cruel, that hasn't been tortured. Get you something from Mother Nature. So now here's our flaxseed egg. Look at that. See? So we're going to add that. Our egg in there. And then that's going to help bind this. That's going to help put all of this together and keep it together and make it a nice firm loaf. That's what does it. The oats, the oat flour, and your flaxseed egg. So it should be like a paste, see? Boom, 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 boom. That is a meatloaf. So this is the glaze that's going to go on top of your meatloaf before you put it in. So we do 1 part ketchup, 1 part maple syrup, and curry powder. Oh my God, this glaze is gonna be so fire. You've never heard of this, right? This is a little something, something. Like just straight up flavor. Imagine curry with lentils. And it's all 1 part, 1 part, 1 part. I mean, that's another staple in the vegan, in our world, in our culinary world, is curry lentils. So we got that curry in the glaze. Maple syrup, ketchup, and curry. So I'm so lucky I get to cook everything in commercial cookware. This stuff, you guys don't get it because this will last forever. And I think they want you to keep buying stuff every 5 years. But I cook with commercial cookware even in my house. I love it. I mean, everything just cooks so beautifully and so evenly. And the cleanup is insane. Like I just soak this for 10 seconds and anything stuck on it is out. So again, got my olive oil. Make sure you grease your pan really well, or you can use a parchment paper to put in, and make sure you overlap if you decide to do parchment paper. I add a little bit of flavor, and it also adds a little bit of crisp when you use olive oil. So I just get it in there. I got on my gloves, so I'm just gonna smash it around, roll it around, roll it around. That's what y'all gonna be doing after this meal on Valentine's Day, rolling around somewhere. You're gonna roll from the table and do what lovers do on Valentine's Day. Roll around, roll around, roll around. All right, so we've got our loaf. We've got it all spiced up. I showed you guys all of the spices and all of the measurements. So we're now gonna take our beautiful, look at that. And the good news, like, you literally cannot go wrong with this. You just gotta make sure that you get your flaxseed in there, your oats, and your oat flour. But you literally can spice this any way you want. You can put Jamaican spices. I love Jamaican spices, but you literally can put Asian spices in here. You can put Ethiopian spices in here. You can put any spice. You don't even have to put no spices. If you want just the taste of your beans, just don't put any spices. But literally, you think of a spice, you can put it in there. You know what will be bomb in here is some fennel, some sage, oregano. So you go with traditional flavors. You can put bay leaf in here. Literally anything you want. And the other good thing about this is that it's not raw meat. So you can taste it all the way. You can totally taste it. If you season too much, throw some more lentils in there. You got some more lentils somewhere. So make sure you spice it how you like it. I mean, you can follow this recipe. You can do it exactly how I do it. Or you can be creative. And if you're not a creative cook, you can start with this. Smell spices. Come on, get into it. Like, really, really train yourself. Find what you like. Go to the store. They've got places where you can sniff. Go sniff spices. Okay? So, I'm gonna put this in here, right? Our little baking pan. And it's not quite filling it up, but you're gonna fill yours up. You're gonna make yours as big as you want or as small as you want. That's the good news about home cooking. You literally can do whatever you want. And it's Valentine's Day, so you pretty much can just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for the flavors. Experiment, experiment, experiment. That's what I always say, experiment. I mean, you can be a trained chef. You can look at all of the cooking shows. You can get all of the recipes, but nobody knows your palate like you know your palate. Nobody knows the spices that you like you know. So, boom. I love curry. I love allspice. I love nutmeg. I love cinnamon. I love coffee. I might end up putting some coffee in here. Psych. I'm not putting coffee in here, but you could put it in the glaze. Like, I literally could put ground coffee in this glaze with this curry and this maple. That would be insane. But we're not gonna do it. So you literally get your meatloaf in there. Boom. Put your glaze. Put some glaze on it. 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 Makes it just a little sweetness, a little savory. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Lentil loaf. Cauliflower new potato mash. A half a head of cauliflower, 4 new potatoes, cut them so they are all the same, 6 garlic cloves, boiled, and then mash. The second part of our meal is our mash. So we're gonna do a cauliflower, red potato, garlic mash. And again, you're gonna use whatever spices you want, but today we're only gonna use salt and pepper. But experiment, whatever spices you want. Again, here's red potatoes for our color of love, red. These new potatoes, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we have to strengthen our immune system. Red potatoes have more potassium than a banana, has Not quite as much vitamin C as an orange, but it's packed with vitamin C. And again, it's packed with fiber. So you want to push things out of your body. That's what fiber does. And things that get stuck in your body tax your immune system. So we want to get that stuff out. We don't want to overwork our immune system. We need our immune system to fight, not fight the garbage that we're putting in our mouths. You guys know that cold and flu season, get you some garlic. Okay, so just again, you want to make sure, and these are kind of like all the same texture, so you want to make sure that you're cutting them pretty much in the same size cut. Boom, 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 boom. The garlics, I just kind of give them a one cut to just kind of open them up, right? But they're gonna cook regardless. So we're gonna do one part potato, one part cauliflower, and then half part garlic. And you know what? We're not even gonna peel these because all the nutrients, you've heard it and you've heard the truth. All the nutrients is always in the skin of anything. The banana, even the banana peel is packed full of nutrients. You know, they're making banana peel tacos now. I haven't tried them, I haven't cooked them, but maybe that's the next thing I'll come back and show you guys. We'll figure it out together, some banana peel tacos. But right now, second part of this meal. I digress. So again, they're the same size. Make sure they're all kind of the same size so they cook nice and even. Boom. Let's get these on the stove. We got some water boiling and we put our spices in our water. We got some salt and pepper already in the water and a teeny little pinch of garlic salt. So I can get lucky on Valentine's Day. Throw a pinch of salt over your shoulder today. This is our cooked vegetables. We've got our beautiful new potatoes. We got garlic in there. And we got our cauliflower and just salt and pepper. I just went with salt and pepper for this because our lentil loaf is all spiced up. And I sometimes, when I put food on a plate, I like to let one of the dishes season the other one. So our lentil loaf, we're gonna set our lentil loaf on top of our mash, and our lentil loaf spices is gonna add to the flavor of our mash. Hey, hey, hey. They are cohabitating. Little oat milk. Ooh, put all that in there. And here's a secret. Margarine's the same thing as all of those expensive vegan butters. It's the same thing. Look on the back. This was $1 as opposed to the $6 vegan butters. So boom, we're gonna throw that in there. So again, if you're gonna be cooking at home, you have to get some cool tools, some cool toys. Chef's Toys has some cool stuff, and they sell to consumers. You don't need anything to go in there and get some really nice tools to get the results that you want. You need your tools. So here we go. We're gonna mash our mash. I can't wait to eat this. It's okay to get sloppy. It's your kitchen. For your key lime pie bites, your crust, 1 1/4 cups vegan graham cracker crumbs, and crush them. You can put them in a food processor or by hand. Just crush them, crush them, crush them. And you're going to use a 1/4 cup vegan butter melted. The filling of your pie bites, 1 cup raw cashews, and soak them for at least 4 to 6 hours. 3/4 cup of coconut milk. 1/4 cup coconut oil. 1/2 cup lime juice. 1 tablespoon lime zest. 1/2 cup agave. Here is our dessert. Pomegranate red for the lover in you on Valentine's Day. All right, so cashews, coconut oil, Rose's sweetened lime juice, little pop of pomegranate syrup, agave, and then we're going to use just a little bit of lime zest. So you're going to zest off. So we've already mixed it. We've already mixed everything according to our recipe. There you go. That's our key lime pomegranate cheesecake bites. So we've got our cups. I put them in little silver ones. I love silver. But my favorite color is red. And not just because it's Valentine's Day. My favorite color is red. Boom. Boom. Look at that little mess. That's okay. Messy's good. Messy is good. Then, boom, right on top of that. And I'm gonna wipe all that off, I promise you. Then right on top of that, boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Oh my God. Zest is so good for you. Hey, you can clean with lemon and lime. Never mind new and improved with lemon. Just give me the lemon. I clean the grill, I sanitize with it. It's nature's perfect sanitizer. Look at that. So that's gonna be your little bite. We're gonna pop these in the freezer and we're gonna set our plate. Now let's get it, let's get it. I go first, I'm so excited, all right. Oh, see the texture? That's meatloaf, look at that. That is meatloaf. And I'm gonna eat it with a little bit of the cauliflower new potato mash. I mean, oh my God. You are lovely. I love you. Happy St. Valentine's Day. Wow. Wow. It's meatloaf. It's not like my grandmother's meatloaf. Wow. It's the flavor in my mouth just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. This is off the chain. And I'm gonna top it off in my mouth. Just steam the broccoli. Don't overcook it. You want it to be a little crunch. And I got a little zest of the red. And I put a little fennel. Fennel brings meat flavors out. You literally can. This is fire. This is insane. You're gonna have a great Valentine's night. Look at these bad boys. These are not baked, so all of the nutrients are still in there. The lime. So that's our crust we made with that graham cracker and that cheap melted vegan butter. I'm cheap, so I go for the cheap ingredients. Look at this thing. Look at that. And it's got a little pomegranate syrup, and it's got the lime zest. This is a work of art. You're gonna really, really enjoy this with your wine. Oh my God, I don't even want to bite it. It's like art. This is literally, look at that. This is literally food art. All right. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it, get it. Oh my God. Happy St. Valentine's Day to you and your lover.